Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Oh my goodness, thank y'all so much for the views on last week's video with the new camper and my new life. And sorry I got a little sweater on this morning. It's a little chilly here this morning. I'm out on the porch this morning, but it's a little chilly here, a little windy, but it's okay. We're gonna sit and have a chat. So it's been a pretty tough week for me this week. I have ankylosing spondylitis, and my back has really been acting up, and I've been in a lot of pain in my back this week. And I've been really tired because I haven't been sleeping well at night. And but things have kind of calmed down just a little bit. Not quite so much going on. The stress level's down a little bit, but my back's hurting, and I've been dealing with that. And oh my goodness, it's been a while since it's hurt me this bad, and I'm losing the mobility in this shoulder. This is about as far as I can get it anymore. I had to go to the doctor last week, and anyway, they're supposed to be setting me up an appointment to get some injections in it to see if it'll help me out a little bit, and I'm due to get some in my knees too, because for right now it does help a little bit. But anyway, today I want to talk to y'all about something that's kind of a sensitive subject. It's a little tough for me. I've debated on whether or not I wanted to disclose this and talk about this. Sorry about the traffic. I am outside on the porch, like I would, like I said before. But anyway, like I've mentioned many times, though, this is real. I don't edit these videos. Everything is real, faults and all. But so anyway, but I think I just feel like I need to talk about this. So y'all bear with me on this, okay? Because this is a pretty sensitive, tough subject for me to talk about. But I think it's an important one. I want to talk about the mental struggles of living with a invisible disease. Now, I'm not going to talk about for everybody else or in general. I am not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not anything like that. I'm just going to talk about me, what I've gone through, what I suffer with. Uh, because that's the only person I can talk about is myself, not anybody else. But I told y'all when I started this a couple of months ago, when I made some first videos, I said I didn't really want, I struggled with wanting to do this. I was scared because I knew there's cruel people out there. And I knew that people were going to say stuff, and it hurts. And last week, somebody posted a comment about why do YouTubers have bad teeth and don't we have mirrors? Well, yeah, I do have a mirror. I brush my hair. I brush my teeth every day too. But I also have ankylosing spondylitis, which causes dry mouth. And the dry mouth that causes tooth problems. So even though I do see dentists, and even though I do all this stuff, okay, it doesn't stop my disease. But the problem is the people in the outside world don't know that I have a disease. You can't see the disease. It's not a disease that has an outward thing. If I had a bald head and wore a bandana, you would assume I had cancer, so it'd be understandable. Okay, people understand that, but you don't. I don't have that. I look like a perfectly normal person. I look like everybody else, but on the inside, I'm not like everybody else, and it hurts. It's not going to stop me. I'm going to keep going on. I've told y'all this is real. Warts and all, faults and all, it is what it is. But I'm going to keep going on. I'm not going to stop, but I'm not going to lie and tell you that it doesn't hurt. And because people can't see that. They don't see the disease. When I and there's something that I want to talk about. I have some notes over here, y'all. It hurts. I've had all kinds of things said to me, even by doctors. I've had doctors. I had a neurologist. Matter of fact, a couple of years ago, I had a neurologist. I've had this disease since 2012. I was diagnosed, and I am on disability through Social Security. And I had a neurologist. He was new. Walked into his office, never seen him before. He was new to the clinic, and he spent maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes just talking, looking, just asking me questions, random questions. And then he told me, There's absolutely nothing wrong with me. That what I needed to see was a psychiatrist because it's all in my head. There was absolutely nothing wrong with me. I stood up. I'd never left a doctor's office before in my life. I stood up and I told him, I said, "You're crazy." And I walked out the door. I walked out to my vehicle and I called my husband and I was crying. I was just in tears crying because this is not the first time that I've had doctors say stuff to me that hurts. So I composed myself and I went back into to the business office and I told them what he'd done. And I told him, I said, "So for 12 years I have fooled many doctors, countless doctors in different states, and I have fooled the Social Security office. All my x-rays, my MRIs, all of that stuff was all falsified, I guess, because he thought there was nothing wrong with me. I just needed to go see a psychiatrist. All my pain and everything was in my head." And that stuff, it sticks with you because it hurts. Not only does it hurt, but it begins to make you question, do I really have this? Is it really in my head? Am I really, is there really something wrong with me mentally? Am I really imagining that I'm in pain when I'm really not? And you begin to start to question all this stuff. And it's tough. It's really tough. I had a doctor refer me to an orthopedic surgeon because I am rubbing bone on my knees, and I'm nearing a point where I need knee replacements. But I'm 52. We're trying to get them to get me to 55 at least, so that maybe I can only have it one. I'm praying I can get a lot longer because it's not something I really am looking forward to doing. But so anyway, I went in there to see him, and he walked in. He looked at me. He never touched me. He never did anything. He looked at me and he told me I needed bariatric surgery. He said he's going to send his nurse in. I don't even remember what the hospital that he was affiliated with. Said they had a very good bariatric program, and that's what I needed. And if I didn't need knees, I just needed that. Y'all, I don't know if you can see or not. I mean, I could stand up and stuff, but I'm not that big. I really am not. I'm not large at all. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding, I don't need bariatric surgery, but it hurts, okay? Because again, it's telling me, you know what, there's nothing wrong with you, you're just fat. I'm not either. I'm not, I promise. And even if I was, that's not the point. That stuff hurts. I had one doctor tell me that I went in there and I was talking about sweating, profuse sweating. When I stood for a long time, my head sweats really bad and I get really hot. And I went into a doctor and I was talking to them about that. And you know what the doctor told me? I was going through second menopause. Okay, I had a hysterectomy when I was 30. They told me I was going through second menopause. Excuse me? I don't even know what that was. I'd never even heard of that. I went home, looked it up on the internet. I could never find any information about that. Never that there was even such a thing. When you go into menopause, you go into menopause. I mean, I've had a complete hysterectomy when I was 30. And by this time I was in my 40s when they said that. I've talked to them about problems and things that are going on, and I've had doctors just gaslight me, totally ignore me, tell me, "Oh, that sounds like it's painful. Oh, well, it's just middle age. You know how it is when you start to reach middle age, you get aches and pains." They don't take me seriously. Most of everything that I've ever had or done, I've found out myself. I've doctored myself, so to speak, and it's unfortunate, but when you're out in the public, I'll tell you another story. This is, bear with me because this is really, really tough for me. When I first was diagnosed with this disease, excuse me, sorry, I hit the mic. I have psoriasis and I have psoriatic arthritis, but I had the psoriasis on my feet and my hands. The psoriasis that was on my feet, on my toes, it was peeling my skin off. I mean, my skin was just coming off, and it was red and raw. And on my toenails were coming off. I had big lesions on the bottom of my feet. My hands were bleeding. I was in a lot of pain. I mean, a lot of pain. But to the outside world, I looked normal. I'd go to places and I'd go to like hand a cashier or something, or something like that, and they would see my hands and they would act like I had leprosy or I had something. I started to wear gloves to hide it because people acted like I had a disease. You know, I don't do that anymore. I'm past that, but this was at the beginning, because it made me feel very self-conscious, like there was something really wrong with me, and it's like, I can't help this. I didn't ask for it. I didn't do anything to get it. I can't help this. But it's not something that people, it's not well known or well, talked about, like cancer or something like that. And it really hurt me mentally. Not only that did that stuff hurt, but also the pain I was in. Oh my goodness, I was in so much pain. And there were times, like I said, y'all, I'm gonna be real, okay, real, because this is serious. But this is the stuff you don't find on the internet that people go through with this disease, or at least I do. There were times I could not tell you how many nights I laid in bed and cried myself trying to go to sleep because I hurt so bad. And, oh, y'all, my battery's about to run down. Hang on. Oh, shoot.